Today, we will discover in this episode Pat and Clary catch up at the veterans cricket practice. Pat's delighted to see Clary, who was a whiz at single wicket. Pat has snack with chocolate Easter egg to eat away from dieting Natasha and offers Clary some. Taskmaster Tracy promised today's session will be less strenuous, but the apprehensive team is still exhausted. Tracy asks Clary about Oliver. Clary admits he doesn't seem himself, but she is interrupted when Tracy tries to confiscate Pat's chocolate egg, which Pat draws around the team amid much hilarity. Vince drops in to see Josh Egg's enterprise in action and points out that linking up with Freddy should be good for business. Josh is wary of Vince, but Vince insists he is a pussycat. Vince is impressed by Josh's initiative, and when Josh divulges some of his big ideas like investing in solar panels for Brookfield, Vince offers to look over some figures for him. Susan tells Chris about Ruth and Stella's proposed salary arrangement, concerned about it disrupting the village with tankers and smell. Noticing Chris's stress, Susan offers to have Martha overnight so he can catch up with work. Later, Chris is shocked to learn Alice has decided to give up work and be a full-time stay-at-home mom. She is bound to get custody. Susan wonders how Alice can afford it, but Chris contrasts the well-off Aldridges with himself. Chris decides to go for half of Alice's assets, enabling him to employ someone at the forge and be available for childcare himself. Alice has pushed him to this and he owes it to Martha. Thank you for listening, and now I will leave you with the episode of The Archers.
This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
You're listening to Wednesday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
We'll wake her up in a minute. It's fine, Christopher.
So long as she sleeps tonight, I need to get through my emails.
So anyway, Ruth and that Stella, you know, the new manager at Home Farm.
Probably.
They were chatting outside the shop, and from what I could gather, there'll be muck and slurry and all sorts going back and forward from Brookfield to Home Farm.
No, really?
Tankers trundling through the village at all hours. Oh, and the stink, it'll be horrendous.
Mum, we've got enough on our plate without worrying about that.
Yeah, that's what your dad said. Oh, and the Easter Bunny. Has Martha seen it yet?
No, not yet.
Does give you a bit of a fright honking its horn. Linda nearly came off her bike, apparently.
All right.
And Clary said it turned up at Bridge Farm, too. She and Kira tracked it down with a clue, took Poppy along.
What clue?
A bridge over the Am to Organic Delights or something like that.
Okay.
Clever, eh? Clary said that, and sure enough, it was bouncing around right outside the dairy.
What was?
The Easter Bunny. Are you listening to anything I'm saying?
Sorry, Mum. I've got unfinished paperwork on the brain.
You're still exhausted.
Yeah.
How about Martha stays here for the night? Then you can catch up.
Really? Are you sure?
Of course, any time, you know that.
Oh, thanks.
And why not have an hour on your laptop now while I cook tea?
That would be amazing.
Alice was quiet when I picked up Martha earlier.
She barely speaks to me nowadays. She shouldn't take it out on you, though.
No, she wasn't rude, just... Oh, I don't know.
Oh, don't worry, she's probably sulking. Things aren't going her way.
Probably.
Clary, you made it! Yeah, I wasn't going to, but I could really do with the exercise. I've always enjoyed a spot of cricket. So long as Tracy don't go mad.
She'll be delighted. You used to be pretty good at the single wicket.
Long time ago, Pat. I hope I'm up to this.
Well, I think everyone made their feelings known to Tracy last time. We can all only do what we can do. Oh, how was Kira's birthday tea?
It wasn't.
What?
She went to the cinema with her mates straight after school. So we'll do something tomorrow evening with George and all.
Makes sense.
Oh, I can't believe how grown up they are now. The time's gone so quick.
And Natasha and Tom have got it all to come.
They certainly do. What you got in the bag, Pat?
A Bridge Fresh customer brought round an Easter egg to say thank you.
Oh, that were nice of them.
Yeah, except Helen says Henry and Jack have already got enough chocolate for a lifetime, so I thought, well, I mean, where's the harm?
So long as you steer clear of Natasha while you eat it.
Exactly. Which is why it's here.
She's doing very well with her new diet.
Oh, yeah, but we are trying not to tempt her with puddings and things.
Oh, here's Tracy.
This will make the perfect cricket training treat for you and me.
Evening, my lovely veterans.
Evening.
All ready for the warm-up? Which will be a bit gentler this time round, don't worry.
Tony was struggling to walk the next day.
I've updated our training schedule so it's less strenuous to start with, and we can work our way up to a solid level fitness.
Thank heavens for that.
Let's start this evening with a brisk march round the cricket pitch.
Ooh.
Leave your bags and coats here, people, and let's go!
There. Aye. Putting all your eggs in one basket then.
Hey, Vince. Are you lost? Do you need directions back to the main road?
Lost? Me, I've never been lost in my life.
No?
No, I was driving close to Hollow Tree and I thought, I've never seen young Josh's Enterprise, but it's probably worth the butcher's, so to speak. It's quite a setup.
It's very small by today's standards, but it's working well.
Good on you.
My customer base is building up.
Glad to hear it.
No point in having eggs I can't sell.
And your customer base will increase a bit more now you've reeled in Freddie.
Sorry?
For the Lower Loxley Easter event, all the egg-related activities, any rate. Not to mention the publicity.
Freddie was keen to entertain the families, so it fitted in nicely.
Nice bit of business for you, I'd say.
You can't do egg rolling without eggs.
Or pancake making, or chicken displays.
I've made a start on some videos. Hen heaven. I'm pleased with them, even if I say so myself.
Right.
So is this a visit to warn me off somehow? I thought I was being supportive to my cousin in his hour of need.
Warn you off? What do you think I am, Josh? No. I'm impressed with your initiative and your supportiveness. Freddie couldn't have done it without you.
You're right there.
Me dropping in now, it's purely a mission of discovery. Hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
They're very restful birds, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, actually. I've always loved hens. Goes right back to helping my gran with hers. And it's a really peaceful spot here, don't you think?
It's perfect. So long as there's no hungry foxes about.
Present company accepted.
I'm a pussycat, mate.
If you say so. Anyway.
Are you done here?
Pretty much. Just got a few boxes of eggs to take up to the store.
I'll give you a hand.
5-minute break, everyone. Then we'll move on to some throwing and catching.
Oh, she sets a fair old pace, doesn't she? I thought she was being easy on us today. It's a lot easier than last week. But the Gleason brothers are putting us to shame again.
Well, they're fit as fiddles, they two. Do you know which is which?
No idea. Right. This is it, Clary. 5 minutes is plenty of time to crack open the Easter egg.
It's not Easter, though. It's still Lent.
You'll be doing me a favour. We can't eat it at home, not with everything that's going on with poor Natasha.
Oh, you're terrible.
Well done for keeping going. You're doing brilliantly for your first time, Clary.
Well, I'm enjoying it.
Oh, great. Nice to be outside on a beautiful evening, eh?
I was saying that to Pat.
Oh, Clary, while I've got you, have you noticed anything different about Oliver recently?
How do you mean?
He's a bit distracted.
Well, you think so too. I were only saying to Eddie last night, he's not himself. He's lost his appetite for a start.
Really? We wondered if there's a new woman on the horizon.
Well, he's not said a word.
Hold your horses. What's Pat Archer about to get stuck into?
Oh dear.
Tracy! Fancy a bit of early Easter egg?
You've got to be kidding me. In the middle of practice. Hand it over right now.
What?
Give it here.
Never! Sorry, catch!
Oh,
Right, Tony! Tony!
Back to me, Tony!
Yes!
Mum! Mum, you won't believe it.
Shh, love, she'll wake up. Wait till I get down.
I've got an email from my solicitor.
Oh, dear.
Alice is going to stay at home. She wants to take Martha away from me.
Hey?
I can't believe she's done this.
I don't understand.
Alice isn't going back to work. She says she can be a full-time mother.
She? When did that happen?
She's bound to get custody if she stays at home.
Is that definite?
No, but I mean, that must be why she's doing it. I can't believe it.
Love, look, please, calm down.
It's like she's trying to destroy my relationship with my daughter.
Stop, that'll never happen.
If she takes Martha away from me...
But can she afford not to work?
Well, with Brian and Jennifer paying her bills, of course she can. How do I compete with that?
You really think the Aldridges will finance her to stay home?
Mum, of course they will.
Oh, honestly.
Could you keep an eye on Martha? I've got to get some air. I'm sorry.
Oh, but your tea's nearly ready.
I don't get it.
Oh, love.
I really don't.
One thing I've noticed about you, Josh, you're not afraid to ruffle feathers. If you'll pardon the pun.
I suppose not.
Not a bad quality for a businessman. You don't seem averse to taking a risk either.
Depends on the risk, obviously.
See, I look at your Ben and he's a different breed.
Yeah, I've often thought so.
Don't get me wrong, he'll make a smashing nurse. And Pip will make a wonderful farmer, though quite a bolshy one, mind.
You've got that right.
And they're happy with that.
I guess.
But you strike me as someone who wants a bit more out of life.
I do my best.
You've got plenty of ideas. I could see that with the whole Easter thing, but maybe, if you don't mind me saying...
No, go ahead.
Maybe you need to think a bit bigger.
Oh, I'd love to, Vince. If I had a magic money tree, I'd be doing all sorts of things.
What like?
Expanding this place. Bringing in someone to do the day-to-day stuff.
Freeing you up to do what?
Building on what we've already got, for a start. So, one thing I'm thinking about is solar panels. I've been trying to persuade Mum and Dad for ages.
Yeah?
If we installed them at Brookfield, we'd be on our way to lower, maybe even no energy bills. Might even make some back if we feed into the grid. Although I'd have to convince the rest of the family, which isn't likely.
I can imagine. Tell you what, Josh, if you put together some figures, I'll look over them for you, if that helps. If you make a good case, maybe your folks would see the potential.
You don't mind?
Well, it's the least I can do. Well, with you putting all them hours into Freddie's Easter bash.
All right, then. Cheers.
Christopher?
Yeah, it's me. She been okay?
Oh, not a peep. Oh, love, you must be starving.
I've realised exactly what I need to do.
Have you?
Listen, Mum. When I first saw my solicitor, I told him how Brian offered me one of the cottages.
Okay.
And he reckoned Brian was trying to sort of bribe me so I wouldn't go for a full half of Alice's assets.
Really?
And at the time, I didn't care. I didn't want anything from them.
But now?
Now, I need to do whatever it takes to keep Martha with me, where she's safe and cared for by someone trustworthy.
Yes.
Don't you see, Mum? It means I can stay home with her myself.
But how would you do that?
Well, Alice is loaded. She has a share in the home farm partnership. Half her assets would be enough for me to employ someone at the forge while I stay at home with Martha.
Oh, goodness.
She's my beautiful baby. The most precious thing in the whole world.
Oh, of course she is.
Why wouldn't I want to look after myself if I could? It's what I've been doing pretty much since she was born.
You really think going for half of Alice's money, well, that's the only way you're going to keep Martha?
Sounds like it.
Well...
I'll talk it over with my solicitor first.
Good.
And it'll probably take a while to work out what we're asking for.
Oh, I'm sure.
I never wanted to do this, Mum. You know I didn't. But Alice has pushed me too far.
I know, love.
I've got no choice. I owe it to Martha.